All right, what does classical Tantra have to say about semen retention? There's a lot of talk about is semen retention some new invention, or is it thousands of years old coming from Tantra itself? It is the latter. In this book, Shiva Samhita, they actually talk about the preservation of semen. So I just want to read it to you here to just prove and give some evidence of semen retention and how they depicted this in very much detail. So this book is something that I picked up in India. It's not even in print anymore. You can't get this online, but it's Shiva Samhita, Granda Samhita, and Patanjali Yoga Sutras together. So this is chapter 4 of Shiva Samhita towards the end. And the first verse goes like this. The wise one should first absorb into his own body the ovarial fluid in the vagina by contracting the duct of his own organ, and thereafter perform coitus without ejecting the seminal fluid. So here they're talking about you should coitus, sexual intercourse. You should perform sexual intercourse and try to absorb the fluids from the vagina. Ovarial fluid is ovum, right? The fluids from the vagina. And contracting the penis, right? So almost using it like a straw to suck out the fluids from the vagina, right? Pretty cool. And then they continue. Should the latter tend to issue, it must be restrained by means of the yoni mudra. Next, the same seminal fluid should be diverted to the channel on the left, ida, and the coitus stopped for a while. So, what they're saying here, if you would accidentally ejaculate while you perform this coitus, sexual interaction, you must stop the practice and start doing mudras, yoga practice, right? And thereafter, they say, in accordance with instructions of the guru, you see the talk about the importance of having a teacher, of the guru, he should, with a long intake of apana, extract with one triumphal effort the remaining ovarial fluid in the vagina. Okay, so again, continuing to extract the energy from the vagina. Next, in this manner, the yogi is able to master his yoga quickly, and being a worshipper of the lotus feet of his guru, he soon qualifies for the best of food. Meaning, the best of food, meaning the nectar coming from the crown sahasrara, the most spiritual of the chakras. Next, know thee that the seminal fluid is the moon and the ovarial fluid is the sun. It is necessary to coalesce the two within one's own body. So what are they saying? Yin and yang. There is a white dot in the yang symbol, and there's a black dot in the yin symbol, right? Have you seen that? And those represent that there is a seminal fluid is the moon, right? Not the sun, but the moon here. And so the semen is kind of the female essence of the body, right? And the same goes for the ovum, the ovarial fluid is the sun in the feminine body. So we need to balance these two. This is what we call the integrated masculine here at the Tantric Academy, when we want to integrate the feminine with the masculine inside our body, no matter if you're a man or a woman, right? Next, in fact, I am the seminal fluid and the ovarial fluid is Shakti. Meaning I am, he means Shiva, right? Because Shiva was the one writing Shiva Samhita, so I am refers to God himself. When the two are united in the body of the yogi, he attains a divine body, a bold statement, right? So when you integrate your masculine and your feminine, you attain divinity, the divine body, all right? Continuing, that follows the wastage of this seminal fluid. Its preservation is life. Hence, it is necessary to preserve this fluid zealously, right? So they talk about semen being like a battery. We're born with a battery pack. The semen of the energy of the semen is full. The more we ejaculate, the more we diminish this battery. So basically what they're saying is that semen is life itself. When this battery pack is out, the ojas is completed, the death follows. So they were pretty serious about this stuff, right? Undoubtedly, the cause of a man's birth and death is this seminal fluid. Knowing this, the yogi should practice the retention of this fluid. Next, when this seminal fluid has been meticulously controlled, everything else in this world can be easily controlled. In fact, by its grace, I myself have become like this. So he says that Shiva, God himself, says that when you control your semen, rest of your life will be falling into place, will be controlled as well. So control this part, your money, your love life, your happiness, your abundance, all of that will be controlled as well. And he says even that God himself became like this because he meticulously controlled his semen. Right? People under delusion and being a constant prey of decay and death in this world can make their pleasure and pain equal by control of the seminal fluid. It is a beneficial form of yoga, and it's extremely beneficial for the yogis. Even people engaged in worldly life get success when such control is practiced. So what they say is that you don't even need to practice yoga or Tantra to be able to practice semen retention. It will benefit everyone, even the normal, so to say, worldly people, right? And still get success and the benefits from it. Next, success comes in this very life when it is practiced in good time. This yoga positively ends the travails of worldly life. Through it, the yogi gets all the powers quickly, and he experiences immense joy. Hence, it should be practiced regularly. Well, they kind of made that clear already, but here they also say that power will come if you practice this, and that's why we call it a superpower, basically, because you attain certain kind of like human superpower when you go for like 21, 30 days of semen retention. Sajoli and Amaroli are the two other forms of Hydroli. By either of these methods, the seminal fluid can be conserved. So here he lists a few yogic practices. Should the seminal fluid get unavoidably emitted and there is a union of the moon, seminal fluid, and the sun, ovarial fluid, the same should be sucked back through the duct of the organ. This is called amaroli, right? So this is very difficult. I tried, and there is, it's kind of like you're going to use your penis as a straw. So if you ejaculate, to kind of suck the semen back into the penis, I mean, come on, that's more or less impossible. So a better way, easier way to do it is just to ingest it. You eat your own semen. Well, easier than to suck it in through your penis, right? Next, when the yogi is able to control by means of the yoni mudra and stop the discharge of his seminal fluid, it is called sahajoli. It is a secret preserved in all tantras. These two practices are different only in name. In effect, they are the same. Therefore, either can be used by the yogi, but all with due care. This yoga has been described by me because of my great affection for my devotees. Me, my means Shiva, God. Otherwise, it is a secret and is not to be divulged to all and sundry. There never has been a more mysterious yoga than this one, either in the past or ever shall be in the future. Hence, the wise one should carefully keep it a secret. It's not a secret anymore. This was thousands of years ago, but today it's still it's becoming very popular, right? But not many people practice it today. I would say only 1 to 3% of men. Next, one who after a deep inspiration restrains the flow of his urine, releasing it little by little, and again holding it back, Kegels. You recognize it? Kegel exercise. And practices this every day as per direction of the guru. Again, guru means teacher, right? They say we need to have a teacher. We shouldn't just be doing these things by ourselves. Guidance here, we mentioned guru probably 5 times already. Directions of the guru. Achieves mastery over his seminal fluid also. This confers to all kinds of power upon him. Last page. If this is practiced for 6 months as per direction of the guru, then the seminal fluid will not be wasted even if he were to come in contact with 100 women. Wow, that's an amazing benefit, right? A bold statement. So if you practice this semen retention for 6 months and you have a great teacher to guide you, you will not even be able to, be seduced by 100 women and can have sex with 100 women without ejaculating. Well, that's some really good inspiration, motivation for your semen retention practice, right? If you want 100 women, not everyone does, but let's say 100, sex 100 times with your wife, right? Without coming. That's pretty great. Okay, next. Once the key is to this control of the seminal fluid is found, what else cannot be performed in this world? My own rare divinity too is the result of such happy control. I mean, the key to the world, basically. That Shiva himself is so divine because he practiced semen retention. That's what they say. Next, with a deep apana, inspiration, the wise yogi stirs up the kundalini lying dormant in Muladhara chakra, the root chakra, and urges it up to move upwards. This is known as Shakti Shalana, a mudra that bestows all kinds of power. This is when you pull the energy up, sublimating. We talked about that a lot on my website. One who practices this Shakti Shalana mudra every day is able to ward off all diseases, and he thus increases his longevity. So practicing sublimation practice and Shakti Shalana, the yogic practices, says that you get less sick and live a longer life. Well, I did a video on that, on how semen retention can actually increase testosterone and longevity. Some new research in crickets and cockroaches proves that, by the way. Thereafter, the serpent kundalini wakes up and then automatically moves upwards. For this, however, practice is necessary by the yogi desiring success. So it doesn't just come naturally just because you read a book. it's something you need to practice right. He who practiced this superb Shaktishalana mudra every day, a mudra that perfects the body and brings the supernormal powers of anima, etc., in accordance with the directions of the Guru, for him there is no fear of death. Here they talk about the supernormal powers, again, accordance, direction of the Guru. Last two, even if this Shaktishalana mudra is performed diligently and properly for only a couple of moments, success would not be far from the yogi. He should, however, perform this while seated in the prescribed posture, asana. So there's specific asanas like Siddhasana, for example, that are recommended for semen retention when you put the heel in the perineum and then you put the other heel on the Svadhisthana chakra, for example. Last, these 10 mudras are unique, never disclosed before, nor shall be in the future. With the practice of just one of these, success in yoga is assured. And here ends chapter 4 of Shiva Samhita, entitled Postures and Preludes. So that's it, fellas. There you have some classical information on semen retention. Now you know this is not just some new woo-woo technique or neo-tantra. It is also coming from the classical texts. This is from Shiva Samhita, the original yoga. And so if you want more info, go to my website, tantricacademy.com, sign up for my free masterclass, and you are also welcome to apply for my mentorship, where we take guys who tried this for years and never could actually perform semen retention or ejaculation control. And we managed to do that in only 9 weeks. But so much more. We use it for, attracting the love we want, or to restore the passion in a dying relationship, or whatever that is. So we use it for higher purposes. So if that is of interest to you, go and check it out. Click the links below. See you in the next video.
The Tantric Man Experience. Unleash your masculine power, passion, and purpose.